What is going on, guys? It is your boy Ceej, and welcome to another episode of Behind the Mask. In today's episode, we speak to a South African content creator currently living in Holland. He is an ex-pro PUBG player. He is an insane Among Us imposter. He's a crazy builder in Minecraft, and he's also the creator of some of the most amazing distracks you've ever heard. It is none other than Mr. Dadexo. We got to chat about some awesome things in today's episode. Dexo's upbringing, his NFTs, his art career, and also just everything crypto. So if you guys enjoy any of the topics, please let me know down in the comments. If you do want to see any specific content creator next, make sure to drop that down below as well. Also, obviously, don't forget to leave a like for the boys, and you will be able to catch these episodes on Spotify, Apple Music, and Google Play very, very soon. So make sure to stick around for that. All the support is super appreciated on the Behind the Mask episode. So thank you guys, and I hope you enjoy. Enjoy your weekend. Peace. Going back to the streaming stuff. Well, actually, no, I want to throw it back, but before I did that, so that XLR, how much do those go for? Just out of interest sake.
I don't remember. I bought this.
Is it a
in the
small one?
crate.
Just I
Yeah, it's
saw
a
it
small one.
briefly. So
Yeah,
just a Go XLR though. Those are pretty
yeah.
expensive, but you said it's worth the investment.
It's so worth it. I had goals and everything set on stream to basically fund it because out of pocket that's just mad. So
Yeah.
I basically saved up for like 3-4 months and then I upgraded all the audio equipment. But what
Nice.
I used to do actually was because I was so invested in streaming, I'd borrow money from my parents, buy equipment, and then pay them back with what I earned,
Oh, okay.
so that I could just get the quality up sooner than later.
Then later, yeah, makes sense. Makes sense. Okay, so Dadexo. I don't even think I know your real name, but I'm just gonna call you Dex because
My real name's Andrew.
Andrew. No way. I never would have expected that. Also, one of my mods. That's like one of my best
Kidding,
mates
I'm
now.
kidding.
He's also Andrew. I'm
My,
like, Andrew.
my name's Chris. I'm kidding.
Oh, okay. Your name's Chris. Okay, Chris.
Yeah,
Okay. Well, I'll call you Dex anyway because that's normally
sure.
how it goes.
Everybody calls me
Yeah,
Dex.
Dexo. Yeah. So little Dex grew up. When were you born? How old are you?
I'm 21.
You're
I was
21.
born in 2000. So
2000. Okay.
yeah,
Shit, I
and I was born
sound
in Cape
real
Town.
old now. You were born in Cape Town.
Yeah,
So you went to school in Cape Town, all that jazz. What school do you go to?
I went to Parklands College in
Parkland
primary
College.
school,
Okay.
and then I went to Millington High School for high school.
Okay, cool. So you stayed in that Milnerton, Bloberg area.
Yeah,
Just it's
I
just
grew up in
behind.
Tableview pretty much.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool. Nice. And then Dex. Well, before we get into gaming, did Dexo play sport at all?
I played rugby.
Hectic position.
Because I was eighth man and prop
Nice.
when I was younger and fatter. I played prop, and then I eighth man. But I stopped playing rugby because yeah, I just started getting some minor injuries on like fingers and stuff, and then I realized I was more of a gamer boy and not a sports boy. So then I was like, I'm good.
Yeah, I can't hurt my fingers because these are precious gems on the keyboard. So
Yeah, man. Like
yeah.
I don't know if I should show it, but I have a very loose finger for rugby that like looks like it has
Oh,
no
jeez.
bones.
Like, yeah, that's not great, dude. That's
I don't know
really
if I
not
should
great.
show that. You might demonetize it.
Okay, so you did rugby for a little bit, and then gaming, was that always a part of your life, or was that something that only came later
Yeah.
on?
So I've been competing since I was 12. I used to play competitive Call of Duty on Xbox in
Nice.
2011, 2012.
Which titles
And
were those? Which titles were those? Just so that we can
I
have
played
context.
COD Ghosts, and
Okay.
Black Ops 2 competitively. And I don't know if you know Nick Holden from ACGL.
Yeah, yeah, I know Nick
I
Holden,
used to
yeah.
be on a team with him here and there when I was young,
Damn, that's
for
crazy.
High Five. And I went to a couple lands in Joburg
Wait, you were
and
playing
played.
in High Five, so you know Drew as well. I think his name was Drew.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
My I formed the High Five youth team, which was the kind of after the main High Five squad. They tried to make a youth team to coach us for COD champs, and they were gonna try and coach us from when we were like 14, 15 until 18, so that we would qualify for COD champs as one squad.
Yeah.
But it didn't work out.
Yeah, I think South African like Call of Duty. I don't know. I don't follow it as much anymore, so I don't really know if it's fallen off. But I was in it around Black Ops 3 time. I competed well briefly, very very briefly, and not at the highest level. We were playing in what was it, DGL or whatever, but one of the lower brackets. I just had fun with it. Um, But yeah, I don't really know how it performs now. The only thing I do remember is Rage. I went to Rage and I watched when they did have it on the big screen, and that was like a really awesome thing. So you were still here at that time, obviously, competing
Yeah,
when you were
I
that
kind of
age.
stopped just before all the main events started to happen. But basically, when I was competing, COD was the only competitive mainstream esports in South Africa. Like it was competitive gaming was COD. That was about it because it was in its infancy and PC gaming was a thing. Like they would play COD 4 Pro Mod in LANs.
Yeah,
But the kind of the most accessible form of competitive gaming was Xbox back then, and that was Call of Duty. So
true,
pretty
true,
much,
true.
um, yeah, it was just COD. That was about it. That's all you could compete in.
Yeah.
Uh, so yeah,
So you grew up playing Call of Duty. Favorite
yeah.
COD? Favorite COD. We did a tier list
Ghost.
actually. Ghost. Favorite COD
I
Ghost.
think because I'm biased. I know it's not mechanically the best one, but that's the one I competed in, so I have the best memories in that one.
Okay, I enjoyed Ghost. The Honey Badger was my shit, man. The fucking I love that gun so much. When that trailer came out, I was like LEA crazy. All
Oh
I did was watch
yeah.
LEA video. I feel like we all did. Everyone's like,
Yeah,
oh screw
LEA was
LEA. I was
the
like, no
popular
ways. LEA
YouTube.
was a goat, bro. In Ghost and like Black Ops 2, his best class setups
Yeah.
made me the fragger that I was in those lobbies. Um, and then you transitioned over to PC eventually around what time?
Yeah. Well, the reason I played competitive COD was because my brother, but my brother was fucking good. His team qualified for COD champs in America, but he played for Xtaz. I don't know if you remember that name.
Xtaz,
Um,
Xtaz. I feel like
they were
it rings a
like
bell.
they were like the bravado of now, but
Yeah,
back then, and they
back
they
then.
qualified for COD champs. So anyways, he was the shit, and I was always his younger brother. So I was like, I just want to break away from that.
Yeah, not be the younger
So
brother.
then when I was like, I think I was 15, I built a gaming PC with some scrap parts in a very old computer.
Okay.
um, and then I started playing I played competitive Overwatch. And then I went back to Xbox. I played some competitive Halo, and then I found PUBG, and then I just fucking lived, ate, and slept PUBG for like 3 years.
Wow. Okay, so
So
you've always been pretty competitive with it when it comes to gaming. So you
yeah,
you don't find yourself casually playing games. If you playing a
no,
game, you going full
I have
send.
to
You
win.
you have to
Yeah,
win. Everything's yeah. Okay. No, I like that. I like that. I also well, I don't compete like, but I feel like I do have a little bit of competitiveness in me.
yeah.
So going back to getting into gaming, your brother was always is he older or younger than you?
He's older than me.
He's
He's a
older than
year,
you, so
year and a half older.
he was playing before you, or is that how you guys got introduced? Were you ever into like split
Um,
screening? I spoke about it a while back. Just the love for COD and split screen growing up.
yeah, like
That was the shit.
we started playing Halo. That was the first game we got on Xbox because my dad liked Halo. So we just played Halo with my dad, and
Nice.
then we would just split screen and play together. But he was always better than me, so yeah, it was really annoying.
That's probably where that competitive drive came from. To be honest with
Yeah,
you,
I just
yeah.
wanted to fucking beat him so bad.
Okay, so Call of Duty was the start. I want to go into PUBG, but I think that's a bigger topic, and I want to hear you speak a lot more about that because that's probably where your bread and butter was and where the streaming and everything came in.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
with going back to Call of Duty, okay, Ghost was your favorite. How did you get to the Netherlands? That was school related, correct?
Well, I got here by aeroplane. It's this thing
No
that kind of
ways.
no kidding.
Are those things now? No, no, I get you. I get you.
No, well, my brother really didn't want to stay in South Africa, and he's obviously older, so he decided to try and study somewhere else. And our family's half Dutch, so we have Dutch passports. So the only other option for us is to go to Holland.
Yeah.
And he knew he didn't want to study in South Africa, so he went to Holland. And then after he went there, we found out there was so many like because they obviously researched it and stuff. They found out there were so many benefits financially because the government helps you with student loans. You get study financing. You get I forgot the word, kind of discounts on rent and medical bills. The whole system is basically designed to help young people study. So we were like, okay, well, my parents were like, okay, well, you're going to Holland. And
Yeah.
then I was like, okay, cool. So yeah.
And the experience there, how's it been? How long have you actually been living there, away from your parents? Obviously, you came to visit not so long ago in December and all that, but you
Yeah.
by yeah. When did you move over?
Well, I skipped a year in high school, so I was younger when I finished.
Okay,
But because of the
big brain.
misalignment of the academic years,
Yeah.
well, a little bit more. uh, because of the misalignment in academic years, I had to take a gap year. So I moved out when I just turned 18. I moved here.
Wow.
Um, and I've been here for 3 years now. And then I go back whenever I can. So
Okay.
normally
Obviously,
over
COVID
like
kind of screwed that over, but yeah.
well, it was actually really nice because I'm normally only able to go for a few weeks a year, but I got stuck there for 3 months. So I was just chilling. I was doing
Okay.
class online, and it was a lot of fun to
And
have.
is class still online now while you there? Or you guys
Yeah,
like, how is the COVID situation there? All of that stuff. Explain all of that. I want to hear what it's
um,
like.
well, so it started last year March, and then the whole school system went online, and we were in pretty bad lockdown for the first couple of months.
Yeah.
And then they just eased everything up. And then the second wave hit. So then September time, we went into a pretty bad lockdown again. And then it got a bit better, and then a bit worse, and it's kind of all over the place. So we've been in lockdown for the past year, pretty much. We had a curfew at 9 p.m. So if you were caught outside, you'd get fined.
Yeah.
Um, and yeah, you couldn't have more than like two or three people at your place. But it's getting better now. They're starting to ease things up. They opened outside terraces. So like in Cape Town, all the restaurants and stuff were open, and the shops. But here, all the shops and restaurants have been closed. So it's been really fucking boring, if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
Because the weather sucks as well. Like it's been rainy and cold. So yeah,
That's one
there's
thing I
nothing.
noticed in the music video. Congratulations on that, by the way. It was really sick.
Thank you,
One thing I
thank you.
noticed on that was, I think it was overcast. Unless it was that filter, but I'm pretty sure it was overcast. I was like, shit, the weather looks cuck there at the
Overcast.
moment. But you're wearing a t-shirt. I'm sitting here in a jersey, so it can't be that
Okay,
cold.
so today is the first day in months where the sun has been out. Okay, yesterday a little bit, but the past 3 months has been rain, cold, and wind. So
And
today has
isn't it
been,
coming up on summer there for you guys? I mean, isn't June
yeah,
supposed to be summer? I don't
yeah.
know.
So
So I didn't know the weather was so similar to the UK there. I thought it was a bit more
oh, it's
sunny.
horrible, man.
Oh, okay.
So the only time the sun shines here is in summer. It's like 2 or 3 months of the year of sun, and the rest is like UK weather.
Okay.
Um, but I mean, we just passing spring now, and normally in April, May, that time the weather gets better.
Yeah.
But this has been the coldest spring in I think 90 years. So global warming's kind
Wow.
of taking effect a bit. So it's just
Yeah.
been pretty shitty weather. So
Yeah, morbid and cuck. Okay, so I know everyone wants to get into the gaming. I just want to finish learning a bit more about Dexo and Chris. So, if my calculations are correct, this is your third year now, or
yes, sir.
this is your third year now. So you're going to be finishing up now, or are you studying further? What are you actually studying, and what is your plans for the future, just in terms of studying and school wise, and Dex wise, not in terms of gaming. We'll get onto that, and content creation. We'll get onto the real shit in a bit. I just rhymed. I'm a rapper now.
That was
Let's
a
go.
long ass question. Well, like three of the hardest questions I've been asked all week in one question. So, from the beginning. Okay. I'm finishing my third year in July.
Okay.
July.
Wow.
And then I start my fourth year in September. So it's a 4 year
Oh, okay. Cool.
Bachelor of Science study, and it's called International Spatial Development. And I
International who?
don't International Spatial Development.
Spatial.
Um, yeah, it's
Okay.
basically a combination of six major themes, which is sustainable energy, smart city development, urban mobility, spatial planning, spatial zoning. I didn't really focus on that one.
Okay.
And then water management.
Okay.
So it's like kind of a very broad study that covers really important topics in the built environment.
Yeah.
And then through your internships, you specialize on which theme you want to by finding, work placements in that field. So right now I'm doing an internship, which is my second internship, and I'm doing mobility research.
Wow, that's really interesting. Are you enjoying it? Is it something that you can see yourself doing, or is it more like a yeah? I can see that smile. It's just something
Uh,
that you're doing just because, right?
so, um, I don't see myself doing this after the study,
Okay.
because I'm not a desk person.
Yeah.
I get that I've been streaming and I sit at a desk, but what I mean by a desk person is I'm not a research guy. I'm not a typical employee. I don't like safe. I don't like a safe working job.
Yeah.
I'm not that kind of direction. I can do academics pretty well, but I don't want an academic related job which is very boring and safe and
Yeah.
you
No, I
know
get what you're saying.
that's just not me.
Okay.
So I don't see myself doing that, which is like why I always do something with the study to try and like my goal is just monetize my passions. That's just what I've been trying to
Yeah.
do.
Okay.
So with the competing in PUBG in my first year, which we'll talk about a bit more in a second, I try to make some money off of that because I loved it. You all know competitive players don't earn bank, so then I transitioned into streaming, and then I got a full-time job with Skirmish as a South African development company, and then yeah, I just kind of started pursuing streaming and content creation as if it was going to be kind of what I was going to work in after studying, but that's changed a little bit now. And as it stands right now, in January, I'm going to move back to Cape Town and work with the family business in building houses. So
Wow.
bit
Okay.
of a swing, but that's just kind of the rough plan right now.
Yeah.
So
Okay. So with the moving back to okay, wait. So you're going to be studying online from Cape Town because you're not
so
finished, right? Because
yeah.
you
So I
start
have
again.
I have so I start my fourth year in September, and then I have a minor, which is basically a set course where you study something specific. And then my minor ends in January, and then I do my thesis. And if they approve the application, then I'll do my thesis with my parents. So then I'll be in Cape Town with them for the work placement, kind of working with them already, just to kind of speed up the study, if that makes
Yeah.
sense.
Okay. Okay. Cool.
So.
Okay. Nice. So now that we got all that out the way, I did no.
The
It
fun
is interesting. It is interesting because I just we want to know the backstory of Dex. We want to know what he's doing, where he was. Um, so now we have to rewind again a bit, but now for the gaming, the streaming, the content creation, everything we do want to hear. So you working with Skirmish, you said, and you also work with Sneak Energy. Massive dubs on both of those. That's fucking awesome.
Thank
Um, ooh, you can speak about those two, I guess. But the question I
you.
wanted to ask, well, yeah, speak about those two. How did that come about? The brand deals. I always ask this to the guys that come on because most of the people that have been on are affiliated or sponsored or working with a brand, and I just want to hear your take on how you got involved with a brand because a lot of people always, like I said, always bring this up to push it through to everyone that's listening, especially us. Well, speaking for myself, us smaller streamers that think that we can just say, "Yo, sponsor me," because I have this many viewers on a given day, or I got rated and I had 1,000 people watching, you have to sponsor me now, kind of thing. What was your approach to getting sponsorship deals and working with brands?
So, skirmish is kind of a separate topic.
Okay.
Skirmish was more of a job.
Okay.
Um, but one thing that's important, which I think this is a cool platform to speak about it, because one thing I fucking hate is South Africans don't help each other in this space.
Yeah,
Just
okay.
putting that out there.
Yeah.
But as a young streamer, you don't know what to do. You don't know how to work with brands. I mean, I've been there. You feel like you hit
Yeah.
a wall because you don't know how to act professionally because no one showed you. There's no tutorials for it, so you just kind of have to try and fail. So Skirmish is kind of separate because I started working with them just as a job, and I kind of got a dream job with them in a sense because my job turned into streaming for them and working for them,
Okay.
which helped me, which is the main reason why I streamed so much last year, is because having that combination between a job and streaming for that brand financially enabled me to spend so much time on it, which then helped me kind of at some point just trying different things because if it wasn't for that, I wouldn't be able to afford to spend so much time if I'm not earning anything from it, if that makes sense.
100%. So that what they is that what they did for you? They actually paid you a salary each month.
Yeah, but
Oh, that's awesome.
I had to kind of work with them in lots of different areas. I was technically a game manager for PUBG. That's how it started because I
Okay.
was a ex player for competitive and
Yeah.
whatnot. So they launched their product, which is an app in PUBG, and I was supposed to be the game manager for PUBG. But the thing is, as a young streamer right now, if you want something, it doesn't just you don't just work with the brand in the exact way you want it today. You
Yeah.
know, you have to start somewhere, and then once you get some affiliation, you have to change it to what you want.
Yeah.
So while I was working in Skirmish, I came up with ideas. You know, I didn't just accept my job of writing documents and coming up with plans and stuff because let's be honest, as a gamer who wants to be a streamer, even though you work in the title you like, work is still work, you
Yeah.
know? So I wanted to shift that into what I was really passionate about and what my dream was, which was streaming, which takes time. It took me 3, 4 months of normal work there before that happened. So
Yeah.
it's if you are trying to work with a brand in some way or do something similar to what I did, it takes time and it takes work. It doesn't just happen, you know.
Yeah.
So Skirmish was something a bit different. It wasn't just a brand deal. I was actually an employee for quite a while, and then became a streamer. And then things got a bit complicated because I'm still studying, so I can't work with them full time all the time, which is kind of what they need. So right now I'm not working with Skirmish. Um, Maybe that will change this year. I don't know. But while I'm doing my internship, uh, I
Yeah.
kind of
It's
burnt
always
out with streaming because managing school, streaming, full time job. So
yeah.
I just had to stop everything for a while.
100%.
Um, but that was really cool. That enabled me to stream the way I did last year. And then the brand deals, Sneak, I got a bit lucky with because I was affiliated with Red Bull before
Wow.
from competitive
Yeah.
PUBG days. Um, but the thing is, Red Bull are a really big company. They're really affiliated with huge athletes. So even though I had affiliation with them, I wasn't big enough for the kind of partnership I wanted.
Yeah.
So I was just kind of, you know, I don't, not that I want to speak bad on it. For me at the time, considering my size, it was an amazing deal, but I wanted more, and nobody can fault me for that. I wanted a brand that really treated me like a partner, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So I started looking at other options and I was just proactive about it. I reached out to maybe like 30 companies. I made CVs, you know, I made emails. It's not something that just happens. And I saw Sneak were tweeting they're looking for new affiliates or new partners. And I sent them a DM and I was like, hey guys, I'm a streamer. I love your product. I've checked it out. I would really like to chat about working with you. Where can I send an email with my CV? Which is how I would recommend reaching out to brands because, in my experience, just saying, "Hey, I'd love to be sponsored with you guys," it doesn't work.
No,
You
it
have
doesn't
to
work. Yeah.
just ask them for a contact address, ask them if they have a partnership program, and ask them if you can apply for it. That's just how I establish contact. And then once they give me an email, if they say they do, then I send a professional email through and I say what I can offer them, what my stats are, who I am, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But they responded to me and they said they're not looking for more partners. Sorry. So I was like, oh, fuck. Okay, well, I tried. At least I tried.
Yeah.
Um, and then I carried on streaming. And then about a week later, I got a DM saying from the Sneak team on Twitter saying, we checked out your channel and we absolutely love you. Can you please talk to this guy so we can set up a conversation? So I was like, okay, that sounds good.
Yeah.
And then we talked, and then they sent me their products, and I enjoyed it. And then we talked contract, and then we came to a deal. So
Yeah, you see, so yeah, you getting angry or burning that bridge immediately would have been like the worst decision you could make. Everything takes
yeah,
time. Sometimes it's not the right time or the right place, and
yeah, and
and
like,
it was only a week, and you came back, and they were like, yes, 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 which
and
is
now if you
really cool.
use code Dadexo at checkout, you can make me a happy
Hey,
boy. No, I'm
let's
kidding.
go. No, for real. If I can
Um,
plug that shit, but
yeah, it takes time and it takes persistence. And the first brand you send something to is not gonna say yes. So
yeah,
you just have to accept that, and you have to also understand that there's a million people messaging these guys every day.
Yeah.
And if you're not professional and if you aren't willing to put in some work into your application to them, just always view it like that. You know, they don't owe you anything. They don't even owe you a response.
Yeah,
So if you hit
exactly.
up a brand, and I'm not discouraging you from hitting up brands, hit up as many brands as you can,
Yeah.
overwhelm them. No, I'm kidding. But then send your shot, shoot your shot, try and just do it professionally and just put some effort into it. Just be willing to, spend an hour or two on a Saturday writing out a CV, writing out a cover letter, putting together a list of all of your experiences in esports or gaming or whatever it might be. Edit a show reel of your funniest streamer moments. Just show them who you are and then tell them what you can offer them. That's
Yeah.
that's the most important thing that I've found, which nobody told me. Not
Yeah.
that they have to, but I think it's important to share.
Yeah, no, thank you, thank you. That's exactly what I want because it just, especially with someone that's been there, done that. At least now, some other people that come on will definitely, definitely be able to take away from that. So I'm just looking at my phone here because you remember this beautiful thing called ESCOM. They want to load shed us. Okay, and there might be load shedding between ish. If it goes off, I'm gonna be so mad. Anyway, if you're not
If it
seeing
does,
this, you know why? Because we got load shedded.
we can pick up where we left off if it
Yeah,
goes off.
true, true,
Just
true.
you know.
Okay, cool. So, um, that was in terms of brands. Now, if you obviously Among Us is also another topic I'd love to speak about because you blew up on that shit, dude. Like fucking exploded. It was insane. I won't forget that phase, and I think there was a lot of
Crazy.
people that really, really rode that wave so freaking well. It's a conversation I have a lot with streamers and other people just casually quite a bit is how these new games come and go. So not some quickly, some not so quickly, but how the successful streamers are the ones that can ride the wave the best and be able to make the most out of it. And I think you really did that with Among Us. I'm assuming you did that well with PUBG, even though you were doing it competitively. Um,
Uh, I think my PUBG streaming career can be marked up as a fat failure.
Reason being,
um, well, okay, so what I've learned from streaming is that it's very oversaturated. I don't have to tell anybody that, but what comes with oversaturation is that if you don't have an offering for your audience, you don't grow very quickly.
yeah,
And what I learned from streaming PUBG for 2 years with no result, with 7 or 5 average viewers, is that I'm a competitive player. I've played against Liquid, I've played against FaZe. I'm fairly known in the community, but me being good at a game is not enough unless I'm at the top echelon, unless I'm in the top 1%, unless I'm in Liquid, unless I have an organization backing me and promoting me as that kind of a streamer. That's not going to work out that well. And maybe for some people it does, maybe for some people it doesn't, but for me it didn't. And just streaming PUBG because I was good at it didn't help me at all. I mean, it got me like the basics of a Twitch community, which I was very proud of because I worked very hard for it. But if I'm being honest and if I'm looking at Twitch as a job, that's not what you want to do. You want to grow to a size where you can earn an income off of streaming full time, I guess, unless you're doing it as a hobby. Or you can grow to a size where you have a big enough audience that you get brand deals where you can earn an income from if the point is to do it as a job.
100%.
And PUBG didn't do that for me at all. I was so like fed up at certain points because I was streaming hard, I was editing my overlays, I was planning things, I was doing everything that I thought I should be doing as a streamer, everything that people tell you you should do, which is bullshit. If you if you like Google how to be a good streamer, okay, now compared to 3 years ago, there's more educational videos, but people are very reluctant to share information in the space because it's basically creating competition in an already oversaturated market. So I get that, but streaming PUBG just didn't work out, and that's why I popped off with Among Us because when Among Us came out, I try to play a game with my community, a game of Among Us. And Among Us, you need a lobby of 10 people, right? So I thought, hey, I'm streaming. I have like 10 average viewers, maybe 12 average viewers. I can surely get a game of Among Us together because I just wanted to try the game.
Yeah.
And it took me 3 hours to get 9 other people to play Among Us with me. And I wanted to play so badly. And I was like, this is a problem. Like this is actually a problem if you want to play Among Us, and everybody wanted to play Among Us. Because playing in voice on Discord is the best way to play it, right?
Yeah.
But to actually get 9 people to come join you in Discord to play is fucking difficult. And I even had a small community. So I was like, there's something here. So I looked at Among Us, and before the playing with viewers tag became recommended on the Twitch page, I realized it was a tag, and I was like, hang on. If I can't find people to play and I'm a streamer, how many viewers out there who might not have a lot of friends online can't find a quality Among Us lobby to play in? And then I realized that if I make an offering to viewers, you explode because everybody wants something from you, and that might not be the initial audience you want to attract. But if you have 100 people that come through the door just to play, and 10 people stay, that's more than I was getting playing PUBG for nobody, you
Yeah.
know? So I just angled my entire offering as a streamer into providing play experiences for kids who might not have friends, kids who might not have something to do. And that just worked really well. And I kept pushing it. And some days I was getting 50 new people joining my Discord to come and play.
Yeah.
And even if only 5 people stayed, those 5 people became pretty loyal community members because every day they knew that us as a friends group, a community, would play Among Us together. So then I developed a queue system in my Discord, and I made everybody who wanted to play join the Discord, get a role, get assigned because it helps them join the community. And then I rode that wave for as long as I
Yeah,
could.
yeah. No, it was really impressive, and it was cool to watch because like everything you just explained now is exactly what I saw, and exactly why I was like, shit, this is exactly what you need to do in that situation when something like this comes up, and you did it fucking well, man.
Thanks,
Um,
man.
so okay, so PUBG was not for you in terms of streaming. You did it for a long time, but you didn't actually enjoy it. The first time I raided you, by the way, you were playing PUBG. I'll never forget that.
Oh, really?
I still remember that day. Yeah, but you
I
even when you said it, you were like, "Yeah, I'm a burnt out pro." I was like this and that. Welcome to the stream, and I was like, "Shit, okay." And I'd never played it before because
yeah.
I was fairly new to PC. Well, still am technically, but it was about a year ago. But yeah, so you were playing PUBG, didn't enjoy it, and then what? I mean, like you do a lot of Minecraft stuff as well. How do you feel about Minecraft? What's your reasoning behind the Minecraft thing? Is that also a play experience, or how do you go
Yeah.
about marketing those streams?
So I knew Among Us was dying, and it was dying fast in like December.
Yeah,
And then I started looking at statistics because I knew, okay, I kind of came up on Among Us a bit. I became known. I got some relevance. Caramel Gamer knew who I was for the first time, and I was like, cool, I'm set, right? Then Among Us player base starts doing this, and I was like,
oh no!
I was like, no, there goes my clout, there goes my fame, there goes my life. No, but I was like, okay, I need to transition. So I looked at cross like what games people who play Among Us also play, and the highest one was Minecraft because of the demographic. It makes
Yeah,
sense,
yeah,
and I realized that Minecraft has a much better player offering than Among Us because Among Us is, well, yes and no, but Among Us is limited to 9 people joining. And once those 9 people join, they go off your stream. So when I looked at my Twitch statistics, I noticed my viewership doing this: 40 viewers, 30 viewers, 40 viewers, 30 viewers. Because the minute those people joined, they closed the stream out because I would also get really fucking triggered when people would stream snipe me as
yeah,
imposter in the game.
yeah,
So,
100%.
obviously you close the stream out if you're playing, and that's not also exactly what I want. I'd like the viewership portion to grow as well. But
Yeah,
Among Us, it kind of reached a ceiling where there was a certain amount of viewers, but then there was always a portion who only wanted to play, and if they didn't play, they didn't watch. But when they
yeah,
could play, they would come, and so that worked, but it wasn't the perfect model. It helped me grow, but then I realized Minecraft is insane because you can have an uncapped server, so you can have 100 people join you, and you're not in the same area. You don't. have a disadvantage if people are watching your stream while playing with you, unless you're fighting or I don't know. But most of the time you don't. So what I found with Minecraft is that I had a server where the whole community could join at once, and that everyone would watch as well, because they would be playing mining rocks on their own, which is kind of boring if you go on like a 3-hour diamond run. And then they would have my stream up on the right, and they would watch me do entertaining things.
Yeah.
So then I realized Minecraft was even better than Among Us, and my stats went even higher than Among Us, and it was going really good. But then I just got completely burnt out, because running a Minecraft server while you're streaming is like suicide.
Really?
It's yeah, because the problem with the younger demographic is they're incredibly annoying sometimes, and when you've had a shit day, because I also had a full-time job and I was also studying full-time. So by the time I got to my stream at 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon, I'd already been up at 8, 9 working the whole day, so I was already tired. And then when you have like 20 kids just causing because I also kind of had an RP server where you had to follow some rules, and just the stress of it all, it became too much. So it worked, but it was too much for me to take on with my study and
Yeah.
job and everything. So it worked really well, but I I've become allergic to Minecraft since.
Oh, really? So you just,
Yeah.
yeah, excuse my ignorance, because I have never played well, I mean, I've played Minecraft, but I was on like the freaking iPad back in 2011. Well, I think it only, well, whatever.
Nice.
It was way back when I played Minecraft like with friends when we are doing like a friend sleepover, whatever. I never played it like with servers and all that jazz. So the whole server thing is it's quite a big deal. Like it's quite difficult to
Yeah.
actually do. So you found success with it, but you burnt out on it.
Yeah.
And I mean, how do you think? I don't know if you watch bigger Minecraft streamers or whatever, and you said you did the RP. How do you think they carry on doing it? And then another thing is, so how did they not get burnt out? And why? Well, I briefly heard about the Dream SMP and all that stuff. I'm sure you know about it.
Yeah.
Why or how come you didn't transition into a more RP style thing like that? Because I know RP is a very big thing. GTA RP is obviously huge still. The Dream SMP, I've never actually watched an episode, but I remember opening Twitch, seeing Minecraft on my front page, and some guy had 550,000 people watching him sitting in a jail cell, and I almost
Yeah.
lost my mind. I was like, what is going on? Like,
It almost hurts more than the hot tub streaming.
literally. No, but I genuinely couldn't believe it. I was
Yeah.
shocked. And then I heard about this guy, he's Carl Jacobs or whatever his name is. He works for Mr. Beast and whatever, and they have this whole server where they all have roles and stuff, and this whole RP thing. Did you ever get into the RP, and
Yeah.
why don't
That's
they
that's
get
what
burnt out?
that's what I had. So I got into the RP thing, but I had a twist on it. So
Okay.
I hate copying people.
Yeah.
I just take something, and if I do take something from someone else, I twist it and I put my own spin on it as much as I can, because I think that's how you make yourself, a bit unique. So I took that and I had RP kind of, but I had four walls, which was a city, and inside there were rules, outside there were no rules. And inside I had police, and I had lawyers, I had judges, I had a chief of police. So there were kind of roles. But the problem is when the community is made up of young kids, and the young kids are the chief of police.
Your city's going down.
When you're trying to have a role played out law case, because we had like what's it called? We like lawyers do their thing.
Yeah,
Like
I don't know what that thing is called.
whatever. I'm a streamer. No, I'm kidding. A hall of judgment, that's what we called it, I think.
Okay.
We had that, but then when you try and role play out a court case in Discord and make good content, and a lot of the kids are younger, it's really hard to elevate the content. And I had to kind of run all of that because I was a smaller streamer. So I had to, and I had great mods who really, really helped. But you need people to kind of run with it full time. And I think that's why the bigger guys do it better.
Yeah.
Because it's their full-time job.
Yeah. 100%.
And I would have no problem running that server on my own if I was streaming full-time. But I was literally cramming in after hours, 8, 9 p.m., trying to edit mods and trying to edit script files because things were broken. And then I was trying to come up with storylines, and
Yeah,
but
yeah, no. It
when you're
sounds like so
cramming it
much,
in,
yeah.
it's a lot of work to make that server run. And when I've got uni and work during the day, and then I just make it to stream, and then I stream, and by the time I finish stream, I'm ready to go to bed. But I live alone, so I still have to do washing.
Yeah.
Sorry about the
And you haven't
washing.
eaten or anything. Never
I
mind the fact you eaten.
I have to go to the shops. Food
Yeah.
doesn't just spawn in your fridge like when you live at home, which is fucking bullshit. Nobody warns about that. It's,
Yeah,
it really
adulting is
gets,
dog shit, man. Fucking hell.
yeah, it gets too much.
Yeah.
So you burn out. But if I did that full time, then I would be able to put in so much time and effort into it. And I was trying to rely on my mods to help out, which worked for a bit, but then it didn't work. But that's not their role. They shouldn't be, helping you create things in the community. If they can, they should help. But you shouldn't have to expect that from
Yeah.
those kind of people who are just helping you out because they want to, help your stream and stuff like that. And if you have those people like I did, you're very, very lucky.
Yeah.
But I felt that I had to, at some points, rely on them too much. And if they don't come through because they're a moderator, they're not running your stuff for you, it makes things very difficult. So, yeah, it just kind of all crumbled a bit because I couldn't spend the time that I needed to.
Yeah. Okay. No, no, 100%. So obviously this is like quite a big thing. Is you so you got burnt out with that, and does that mean that you're not going to be doing the streaming thing anymore at all? Because I know you do the art streams and stuff now, which is really, really cool. Like if it's something you enjoy, I I 100% support that, because I have the same battle in my mind all the time about getting burnt out on something like Apex and wanting to change. And I went through a phase a couple of months ago where I started playing Tarkov, but it's such a fucking horrible thing to deal with as a streamer when your viewers dip and you try not look at the numbers, but you have to look at the numbers. And it's something I'm so passionate about, and I so badly want this to succeed. But at the same time, I have to keep telling myself it doesn't matter. They still support you. There's days where other people have their own lives, remember, but also it still sucks because you know it's because of the game. I know that people, and like I always say to everyone, I say, guys, you know what? I understand. Like if I'm not playing a certain game, I'm not watching that content. I don't. If I'm playing Apex, I watch Apex content. I watch GTA RP content because I'm starting to learn about it, but I don't play it. But I don't watch I don't watch Rust content that much, except when Mr. Flack was telling me about it. But I don't watch stuff that I don't play, basically.
Yeah.
So that drop off, it hurts. So now, because you are changing up your stuff, obviously now it's like a whole new audience.
I
Are you gonna carry on doing that? What is your plan with that?
so
How?
I'm kind of so the first thing I had to do was just let things go, because when you stream, you're so tightly gripped onto your average viewers or what you have, and you don't want to let anything slip. So you're worried about trying something new, you're worried about what's going to happen if you play a different game, or at least that's how I felt. But when I burnt out, I was like, okay, 40 viewers is not worth what I'm feeling right now.
Yeah,
What I'm earning per month from streaming like that is not worth what I'm feeling right now. So I just had to let everything go, and I had to just take a breather for a month or two, and then I had to refine what I was passionate about, um, and then I kind of realized that with streaming, there's two layers of your audience, and anything you do with content creation, because people are people, and people like what they like. And if you think of yourself as a viewer, you also won't watch Pac-Man play anything else than CS:GO because he's a god. I'm just kidding. I like Pac-Man. I watch him play anything, but you know what I'm
yeah. Good
saying? Like,
example. Yeah, good example. Yeah, I
yeah,
get what you
like,
mean.
and I've spoke to Pac-Man about this as well. And sometimes he plays CS, but he'd prefer to play something else. But in the viewer's mind, who know him playing CS, you want to watch Pac-Man play CS because Pac-Man's the CS guy, in
He
South
literally spoke
Africa.
about it. Yeah, he spoke about that
You want to
exactly.
watch Flack play Rust because Flack's the Rust guy, you
Yeah,
know? But when you break it down, you've got two layers of your audience. You've got Flack fans, and you've got Rust when Flack plays fans,
yeah,
right? And that's what I noticed as well. I've got Among Us when Dexo plays fans, and I've got Dexo fans.
yeah,
I've got Minecraft Dexo fans, and I've got Dexo fans. And it's way smaller, and it sucks to transition off of the bigger audience bubble. But I've just trying to been grow. I've been trying to grow my Dexo fans with lots of different projects. Um, and to be honest with you, it's not going that good. I've lost like 250 Discord members in the past 3 months.
Wow.
Um, and my stream numbers are shit when I draw because people who used to watch me play Minecraft and Among Us are a much younger demographic, and when I draw, it's not there's no crossover there, and I realize that, but I also can't continue to force myself to do those things just for views anymore. So I've kind of taken a step back, and I'm just trying to grow some Dexo fans, and if that explodes into something, then that's great. But I'm also trying to keep it as a hobby so that even if nothing comes from it, I just enjoy doing it. So
Okay. So then going back, I want to throw back one more time because we're actually running out of time here. It seems like it's just flown by. The whole PUBG competing thing. Walk me through that whole phase. So obviously, with fuck streaming now, fuck all that shit. I'm not worried about that. Just your competitive, however long it was in PUBG. You went overseas. That's fucking huge. How was that? What was that experience like? A funny story from there, and then we'll just get into the short stuff. I have
sure.
some like
Uh,
pineapple on pizza questions for you.
okay, sure. Competing in PUBG was pretty wild. When the game came out, I felt like the game was sounds corny, but and I have chills thinking about it. But I felt like the game was made for me
I love that.
because it was so beautiful, the competitive side of it. And a lot of people don't understand competitive PUBG. They think it's RNG, which means random.
Yeah.
But there's so much strategy and there's so much meta when it comes into the game because you have to understand what's happened and make predictions on what will happen. And depending on how good you are at reading information and making decisions on the field, determines how good you are.
Yeah.
Fighting is obviously a part of it, but it's all like 200 IQ brain plays, which win or lose you PUBG pretty much.
Yeah.
I mean, you get the teams that are cracked and can just fucking drive through and shoot people, but most of the time that doesn't work. But
Yeah.
I loved PUBG so much because you really had to think. So when it came out, I just played the shit out of PUBG with my best friend from school, Ace Areno.
Yeah.
He was actually in my team when we competed internationally because we had such good chemistry. Because the day PUBG came out, that's all we played for months,
Wow.
um,
Okay.
and we were just on it like fucking flies on rice. And I don't know if that's a saying, but you get the picture.
You were on it, yeah.
We were on it, and then competitive came out, and we were like, "Fuck yeah, let's do this." And then I met Blue. He was also I've been a teammate with Blue in every single team almost.
Wow.
And then we formed a team. And then I knew Vinco, I knew Clint from my brother because my brother competed internationally for them in Halo.
Wow.
So I
Okay.
hit up Clint and I was like, my man, PUBG is doing its thing.
Pick
Maybe we
us up.
can
Yeah.
make a team. So then we got picked up by Vinco. We played for them for a while. Then Vinco disbanded. I signed to Energy Esports, and then there was so much drama in PUBG ZA, and there was so many egos and so much rivalry. And Nianfo was on the captain of Energy Esports, and we were kind of rivals, but we were really good players. We were probably like the in the top four players in the scene. And I'm not trying to brag. I'm just being honest. But he wanted me to join Energy Esports, and I did because at the time the entire goal of competing was to qualify for the international PUBG event,
Yeah.
which is basically like the PUBG World Cup kind of thing.
Yeah.
So everybody was making teams to qualify for that. So I signed to Energy Esports, and then I quit my contract a month later because I wanted to change the team and they didn't want to change the team. So I left, made a new team, made Vinco 2.0, and then we qualified internationally with
Wow.
that team. And then we played against all the big boys, which was a great experience, but we got absolutely destroyed. And then I quit PUBG.
Did you
So that was
you went overseas to actually compete, or not?
well, we played online,
Oh,
but I
okay.
was I was in Holland. If
Okay.
we had qualified, then we would go to LAN, and that LAN would be then with FaZe, Liquid,
Wow.
Navi. But we played all of them in the qualifiers for that,
Yeah.
and we scrimmed against them every night in practice. So yeah, we played against the big names in esports quite often.
Wow. Okay, that's really cool. I don't understand the whole NFT thing. If I'm honest, I don't know what it is. I don't know where you buy it. I don't know where you sell it. Get me some that's gonna be worth like a couple million
Okay.
in 2 years, and we can
Sure.
you
No.
can do that. Okay, cool.
So yeah, I actually wanted to be an artist in high school because that's like all I spent my time on. I love drawing.
Yeah.
And when I was looking for something to stream, I was looking for new content avenues. I just picked up drawing again, and I was having fun with it. And I'm also a very, very, very big investor in both normal stocks and crypto.
Okay.
And I figured out that NFTs are a thing, and I was a little bit late to the party. But I figured out NFTs were a thing, so I started understanding them, educating myself about them, and then I realized, hey, I draw. So let me try and draw something and work with some NFT artists. So I've got some projects in the works, and I want to do a project where I draw portraits of South African streamers and then
Wow.
auction the NFTs and share the revenue, obviously with the respective party. But basically give the local streamers community something to collect of that streamer as an investment and a cool kind of branded product from them.
That's really
Um,
cool. Actually, I like that idea.
so that's something I'm working on at the moment. I haven't really reached out to people yet, but that's something I'm planning, and I think it'll be a really fun project. But
100%.
basically, NFTs they're called non-fungible tokens. So it's the easiest way I can explain it is if you imagine a Bitcoin. If you know what a Bitcoin is,
Yeah.
it's digital value, right? So it's a line of numbers which attribute one coin. So that line of numbers equals what we know as a coin. So if you take NFTs, it's basically taking I can pull this out. Wait. I can give you a visual reference.
Drawing class with Dexo. That's what we titled this.
This is just blank paper. Okay, so this is something I'm working on. You take this drawing, right? In real life, it's a drawing. Okay, this is the drawing. So you can't copy it. If you take a photo and print it out, you can kind of tell it's a copy.
Yeah.
This drawing is a drawing. Now, a Bitcoin is a line of numbers that equal a digital coin. So take those two ideas together, put a line of numbers on this drawing, and put a digital screenshot of it, and this drawing is now a one-of-one unique digital item. There's a
Wow,
line of
okay.
numbers that verify it, and you can't copy it. You can screenshot it and whatnot, but on the platform that supports the NFTs or whatever, this is one of one, and nobody else can copy it. So
Okay.
you get it in your crypto wallet. You actually get the picture in your wallet under your collectibles tab. You own this thing, so it's pretty cool.
Okay. Do you own any NFTs?
Yes, I bought an NFT on auction as an investment a month ago, and I'm trying to resell it now. And I bought from the artist Kid 8, and he basically did a collection of 50 NFTs, and somebody just resold one of the NFTs from that collection for 6.6 Ethereum, which is like $30,000. And he bought it for a similar price I bought my one, so maybe I'll
Can you
become
tell
rich
us
and
how
then
much that was? Because 6.6 Ethereum, dude. What the fuck?
I
Are you
bought
crazy?
I bought my one for 0.35 Ethereum, which
That's
is
how much? 0.35. Wow, that's
yeah.
even more than I have. That's crazy, dude.
And he bought his for 0.45 and he sold it for 6.6.
But why is the value going up on it? Is Kid
Because
8 now all of a sudden growing? Is he growing? Is that why it's going?
he's a popular artist.
Oh, is he a popular artist anyway? Okay.
But basically, it's just like art. It's collectibles. It's a one of one. It's like the same reason why Charizard cards and Pokemon are so expensive now, because you can't get that same item again. So it's like Pokemon cards. If there was only one card ever made of each one,
Well,
then
but-
they would be very valuable. So
So how do you know if this is gonna blow up or not? You don't. You could buy an NFT and you could buy it for, well, let's argument's sake, 1 Bitcoin, and it could sell for half a Bitcoin 10 years from now. It could sell for 20.
Uh-huh.
You don't know.
yeah. But the thing is,
What? It makes no sense. I don't understand who determines the price.
It's a collectible. It's art. You know, the buyer
Okay, so
determines the price.
if people
Um,
want it bad, that's how it's gonna go up. Basically, that's it.
yeah, so I'm looking to sell mine because, like a lot of owners from the collection, because there's a Discord, there's a group for the people who bought them, and a lot of the people who own it are planning on holding it for like 10 years, and they say like they think they'll sell it for 20, 50 times what it is now, and that's not my opinion. I think the short-term gain will be better, so I'm looking to sell mine. I mean, if there's any collectors out there, I think in a year from now it'll be worth millions, so you should buy mine now. But
I only want 4 Ethereum.
no, I think that it's just based on demand and supply, really. So in 10 years from now, what's the demand going to be for this creator? It depends on the creator. If he goes on to become a very famous, successful artist, then I made a mistake. If he
Yeah.
doesn't, then it's better to sell it now.
100%.
So yeah, I don't know. The thing is, I basically took all the money I made from streaming and I invested it in everything.
Okay.
Like I invested everything. And I use that now to make more money while I don't have any income from streaming. So
Yeah.
I like risky investments, and I just wanted to try it. So
Big risk, big reward. Okay, so I'm gonna go through the short fire questions now because we're about to close it up.
go for it.
Okay, short questions. Do you have pineapple on pizza? Yay or nay?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Everyone that's come on, anyone that comes on and says no, I'm immediately canceling, dude. I don't even care. Everyone has been good to me.
What did Pac-Man and Flax say?
They both said yes. Pineapple on pizza is
That's what I'm
amazing,
talking
dude.
about.
Yeah.
Right. When I come to Cape Town, we'll have a pineapple pizza party.
Yes,
For
that sounds
the-
like a plan. You
the
guys all
podcast,
stay in
if you
Cape
like
Town.
it.
Yes. Fuck. Dude, that sounds like a plan, actually. I'm definitely keen for that. So you said you moving back when? At the end of this year?
Jan.
Oh, next year. Okay. Okay, cool. No, that's cool. My favorite place to be. Cape Town is fucking awesome. Anyway, do you watch anime?
I watch some anime.
Okay, well, what's your favorite anime? I don't watch anime, but I know lots of people do, so that's why I'm asking out of interest sake.
My Hero Academia is probably my top 3.
Okay.
Super basic, but Sword Art's Online's probably one of the first ones I watched, and then Tokyo Ghoul. Those are probably my top 3.
Okay, cool. Favorite Netflix show?
Peaky Blinders.
Oh, yes, dude. I fucking love Peaky Blinders, man. That shit's amazing.
For sure.
Tommy Shelby is like the ultimate gangster.
Sure.
Favorite cuisine?
Favorite cuisine.
Yeah, like Mexican, Indian food. I don't know if American is a cuisine. I don't think so. Italian. American is like burgers and pizza. I don't know.
Yeah, burger, fries, and steak.
Really?
No, I don't really. I'm easy. I'm a very easygoing person. I don't really. I like a lot of things.
Okay.
I wouldn't pick one over another.
Okay, so you just eat everything. Okay, cool.
I eat.
What game are you playing at the moment? Are you playing game? Are you gaming at all? Not gaming at all, eh?
I've been taking a sabbatical. I just the problem with streaming so much is that you kind of isolate yourself from actual gaming friends. So a lot of my gaming friends groups have drifted apart.
Yeah.
So even if I do want to jump into something, I don't know what, and I don't know who to play with. So I've just kind of been taking a step back.
Okay. Okay, cool. No, 100%. Most embarrassing moment. This Flax one was really good, by the way. So you need to top that. Flax was a banger.
Mine, okay, I think I'll top Flax's because mine was caught on stream live.
Oh, wow.
And a YouTuber who makes Twitch fail videos used it as the thumbnail of his video, and it got over 100,000 views.
What?
So, and mine was I went back to Cape Town in December. My first stream from my home, like I was staying with my parents from my bedroom. My first fucking stream. My mom doesn't realize that she can text me on a cell phone, like normal people, if she wants to talk to me, because that's what she does when I stream in Holland.
Yeah.
I don't know why she didn't think she can text me. So she decided to crawl into my room with a note to give me a message. But my camera looked directly at the door and saw her crawl in slowly and look up at me and like try and tap me and give me a note, and it was all on camera, and my whole stream was like, what the fuck is happening? And I didn't realize what was going on because I was talking to the camera, and then I see in the little screen up here, my mom is right there, and I'm like, what the fuck? And I move the camera out the way. It's so bad, man. It's so bad.
Chat's like, there's someone crawling in your room. Oh
I
no.
just saw like the updated on OBS, like the chat, like on the stream, it's a
Yeah.
bit delayed. All these laughing faces. What the fuck? And I'm like, what is happening?
Yeah.
Man, it was so embarrassing.
Oh my
But
god.
hey, it got me some views, so
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my gosh, that's hilarious.
pretty bad.
Yeah, that's a pretty bad one. That's a pretty bad one. And then I think that's all of them. I think that's all of them. So yeah, I just want to say thank you so much for coming on. Thank you so much for taking the time to
No
chat
worries,
to me.
man.
It's way over, but I'll chop and chip it up, and yeah, it'll probably go up next week Friday. Thank you for your time. Thank you for hanging out with us. I
No worries,
appreciate it.
man.
I hope that
Thanks for having
everything
me.
goes well with the art stuff, and keep pumping out the music videos. They're dope as fuck. And what was the last thing? Yeah, teach me more about crypto, but we can chat about that
thing,
after.
man.
Sweet. Cool,
Thanks for
perfect.
having me. Appreciate
No problem. I'll leave all your links down below where everyone can catch you. Yeah, and keep
Fair
doing
enough.
what you're doing.